Hi, my name is Ray. I'm a travel junkie. You can watch my travels on YouTube with your computer or your cell phone, but best is to sit in a swivel chair, put on your Oculus headset, and join me on adventures in the most beautiful places on our planet without breaking the bank. Contact us at 360vrray@gmail.com. In this series, we'll be traveling to beautiful Vietnam. Starting at Ho Cho Min City, we will take a boat to Vung Tàu, and then we take the VIP bus to Phan Thiet, make a quick trip to Mui Mei, my favorite beach. From there, take a bus with me to Nha Trang. Then we make our way to Cam Ranh. We stop at Da Nang and visit incredible Hoi Ann, and then fly up to Hanoi and take a trip to see the amazing Halong Bay. Come and enjoy all these incredible sights with me in full 360 VR. Let's go. Hey, we're in Saigon. It's actually called Ho Cho Min City, but as you can see, it's a lot of French influence. I love the mixture of architecture of the French and then the communists. So we're walking through the streets, admiring here this beautiful mixture of architecture. It looks very relaxed here, and there is Ho Chi Minh. I think it's Ho Chi Minh who fought 3 wars against the Japanese, against the French, and against the Americans, and won all 3 wars against this huge oppressing country who wanted to make it a colony. I found out later, I went to the Museum for Women, the Women's Museum of Vietnam, and I found out the wars are won because of the women. With 9 million mopeds ruling the traffic, one can't deny the bad air and noisy streets. A great way to see it is actually go to the water bus station, hop on the water bus where the locals go to different parts of the city, and for a few dollars you can see the city all the way out to the outskirts, to the suburbs. You have like 6-7 stops, bus stops, and it's a great way to see the city, especially if you take the late afternoon ferry and you go through the change of day to night, and you end up back in the city on that water bus after about like an hour and a half, maybe a little less, at night, and the colorful city at night. So it's a great way to see that place. By the way, this ferry, especially this one, was run by the girl with the tie, with the white blouse. She checked the tickets, she had drinks for sale and snacks for sale, and she basically ran the whole thing. So when she saw me filming, she was a little bit like more than curious. What are you doing there? And because I wanted to see everything, I wanted to basically be the captain of the boat. And so the only way I could do it, I made one little pass and I showed it to her on my iPhone, and she couldn't believe what she saw. Right? She scrolled around, so the whole boat. Actually, we went outside the boat. It looks like a drone shot, and so she looked at me and said, "You can do whatever you want here." And so I got some very nice footage of that bus, which I guess everybody can do and get when he gets on the bus. No. There are a bunch of stops along the way for people to get in and on and out. They live in that area, and then here what you see is the last stop. That's when the boat then turned around, went back to where we came from. So pretty much everybody left. A few people came in to go to the city, and then it became really magical when the night fell over and we get closer and closer to a city that actually, after I saw that for the first time at night approaching with the water bus, I can almost compare to cities like Rio de Janeiro or Hong Kong. If you look around, you see on the other shore the lights of harbors and the more like the warehouse district, and then once you get off the boat, you go down the main promenade here where everybody hangs out having a good time. The kids play till late into the night. Everybody is super friendly and casual. Me walking around with the camera, I asked quite a few times, what you doing there? The best way to get out of a conversation was, oh, I'm just taking a selfie. Not too many people know it's a 360. It was a great trip coming from the water taxi and going through the city towards my hotel. I pretty much could do everything by foot there. You get, of course, 20 to 30,000 steps a day doing it. I got a lot of good footage, and then I'm back in the hotel. That was a fabulous hotel. You see the bar all the way up on the rooftop with the restaurant. We had the breakfast buffet in there, and it was most beautiful to do also see the change from day to night from way above. It's a fabulous city. I think everybody can fall in love with very quickly. Oh, by the way, this hotel was about $32, I think, with the breakfast included. That's what I call luxury on a budget. Early mornings, it's the best time to walk around. You can go through the parks, people working out, jogging. I see a lot of badminton players here. And of course, the kids get taken to school and kindergarten. The traffic starts up. Once the traffic is in full swing, it's really a hard thing just to cross any street. And since there are mainly no signs or lights, or even if there are red lights, nobody would ever stop at a red light. Stopping at a red light? Shame on you. Nobody even thinks that far. You know, you go whenever you think it's right, and you always want to avoid collisions. Nobody gets hurt, and I never saw. In 4 weeks, I never saw an accident. It's just incredible. And after 2 days, I figured out how to cross the street, not only safely, but also confidently. Yeah, a lot of people I see, they just give up. They turn around and never cross. They're going over sidewalks, they're going through little streets that never were meant for any vehicles. I was always waiting for somebody to land in the big part of Pho with the motorbikes. But everybody now never saw in 4 weeks an accident. These guys just have the balls to drive the way they feel. And to be honest with you, it's 60% women. And I have that feeling that a lot of them drive around because they have fun doing it. It sort of like feels maybe empowering for the women there to drive around crazier and wilder than the guys. Comes dusk, everybody's getting ready for the big nightlife. There is traffic now, there will be chairs and tables in an hour. And there'll be no more car, no more traffic going through it, because there'll be thousands and thousands of people walking up and down the world famous Mui Mei Street of Saigon. And then it just goes off all night long. It makes Vegas and Ibiza, maybe Hong Kong and Shanghai, a little village. It was a lot of fun. Noisy too, but at least no traffic. It's just thousands of people, and you can see everybody's getting ready for the night. They're coming in with food. All these tables gonna end up on the street, and it's street food everywhere. Anything you can ever imagine or never saw probably in your life before. I had one really nice incident where I couldn't read the menu. a little bit offbeat, with no foreigners everywhere. And so I pointed at something where I liked the picture, and I got it, and then I looked close, and it was chicken toes. It wasn't chicken feet, it was chicken toes. I was like afraid if I don't eat it, maybe they'll throw me in the Red River or something. So there was, thanks God, there was a lot of salad, and I could hide all the chicken toes under the big salad. It made it look like I ate them. I paid quickly and ran out of the restaurant and looked over my shoulder a few times. But that's all the fun of it in a city like this. And then when it gets later and later, more and more people, beautiful people, and the nightlife just goes off. It's so many bars, one after the other one, so much food, so much of everything. The music is very loud, and it goes on probably till the wee hours. I never, I got my footage with my selfie. I wish I could have stayed longer, a couple more days at least. But I had to keep going because I had to make the trip up to Hanoi in the next 3 to 4 weeks because my visa was only 30 days. So I found this guy who put me on a VIP bus. So I had my own little caboose. It was a little narrow, and you had to be in good physical shape to do some filming in there. When I tried to get some footage, it's really not that great. You see, the hallway was really cool, and there are cabooses on the bottom and on the top. And so finally, I arrived at a place called Mui Mei. It was a different world. I was on a different planet. This was what I was hoping for. The beach, the ocean. And where is everybody? Not that I miss him, I just had him for a couple of days in Saigon. But now this is paradise. It's called Mui Mei. And for some weird reasons, there are a bunch of Germans there, even a German restaurant. There must be one really clever travel agent who packs up a plane and flies them over there. And they're having a blast like I had. It's a beautiful beach. It's very, not famous, but very very much liked because of the kite surfing. There is always good wind. Not too much, so everybody can enjoy the beach, but there is enough wind for kite surfing. So there's a lot of kite surfing schools along the beach. I missed the season, so I was there in post-season in this. That was an incredible boutique hotel. It's called Unique. I love that place. Look at the pool, endless. The bar, everything was just top-notch. The lady who owned it was super nice, and it was right on the beach. And I think I paid like $32 a night, and that included a really fabulous breakfast with everything right there on the beach. Then you go, the water is warm, the water is like 80s. And occasionally lay in the sun, the lady comes by with the coconut, you get the coconut there. I was just Mui Mei. Also, the city it's basically one big road where there's restaurants lined up and shops, good seafood. But the beach was one of the nicest beaches on the trip. Yeah, this beach, just unbelievable. Belonged all to me. There was nobody else. So I would have loved to stay there. I don't know, days, months, years. But my visa only was 30 days, and I had to make it up to Hanoi, about 1,200 miles on buses, trains, whatnot. So I had to keep going. It broke my heart. I'm coming back. Mui Mei, I promise you I will be back. All right, I will hop on a bus to my next stop going up north towards Hanoi, and you can join me on this journey in my next episodes. I think we're going to Nha Trang on this bus. We have a little caboose. So, see you down the road. Luxury travel on a budget, that's the ticket.